Ryan Anderson exposes Gypsy Rose and admits that he is also as guilty as she is.
So after Ryan's podcast, Gypsy went online and shared text messages that she says are from him even though there is no name. But what I found more interesting was what she wrote right down here. I have actually been a good girl lately, and I have not said anything negative about him, so this was uncalled for. I feel like we've heard this from Gypsy before.
It's kind of weird though, people saying you're handcuffs and give you this weird look, and I'm like, did you do anything? I'm like, okay, number one, I didn't kill anybody, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I didn't do nothing. I'm a good girl.
Are you? Because people that are good people don't have to announce to the world that they are good people, because their actions will show that they are good. But Gypsy, your actions, your whole life have showed us you're not good. And having to announce that you are a good person is a sign of insecurity. It's a sign of guilt. And it also is a way to try to manipulate people. And you see, Gypsy, I'm not trying to say that you're not a good person. Your actions say you are not a good person. And you're out here mad because Ryan spoke his truth. But how do you even have energy to be mad? Aren't you busy begging for a ring? Speaking of which, whenever you're begging for that ring, do you tell him, I'm a good girl, I haven't messaged Ryan like he's saying? Just curious.
I'm not embarrassed. I have nothing to be embarrassed about. I have nothing to be embarrassed about. I stood on business and I meant what I said. So, nothing to be embarrassed about. What's funny is it's embarrassing if I start releasing her text to me. That's what would be fucking. That's what would be embarrassing. Believe me. That's what would be embarrassing. Just saying. Won't be long. I'm getting sick of this shit.
Hey, what's up, you gorgeous gossip lovers? Buckle up because today's update on Gypsy Rose is straight fire. Ryan Anderson just got caught in a web of his own making, trying to play the victim while spilling tea that exposes how he's mirroring Gypsy's shady tactics. Quick shout out. Drop in the comments where you're watching from, what's the time there, and if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Let's keep this drama train rolling. Now, before we dive into this messy saga, I want to make it crystal clear right off the bat. Everything I'm sharing here is alleged, based on rumors swirling around online, and purely speculative. I'm just piecing together what I've heard from other creators in the space, so take it all with a grain of salt. I'm not claiming any of this as hard fact, just dishing the alleged drama that's got everyone buzzing. So let's unpack this wild ride, starting with Ryan Anderson's latest podcast appearance. Rumors have it that he hopped on this Australian show, and instead of chatting about his own life or moving forward, he allegedly spent the bulk of the time fixated on Gypsy Rose Blanchard, rehashing their fallout like it's his full-time job. It tracks with the alleged pattern we've seen from him. Every time he opens his mouth publicly, it circles back to her, painting this picture of a guy who's allegedly still tangled up in the emotional wreckage of their split.
I think Ryan Anderson is more fucking delusional than Gypsy Rose is. Listen to
I
this
once
shit.
said, I thought she was cute. People think I think of her shaved head in the wheelchair, what her mom did to her, think that that's cute. No, that's not cute. I thought she was cute wearing the black and white stripes when she's sitting there doing the interview. She said something and she laughed. And I was like, she's kind of cute in a way.
Ryan is talking about Gypsy Rose's Mommy, Dead and Dearest documentary. I remember a very distinct time in that interview when she did laugh. And she said, I've never been honest with anybody, not even my attorneys. Is that cute, Ryan? When she admitted she's never been honest a day in her life, not even to the people who was defending her freedom.
But here's where it gets juicy. Gypsy allegedly clapped back hard on her social stories, posting screenshots of what she claims are harassing texts from him, including one from September 24th, where the sender allegedly calls her out for looking skinny, unhealthy, and unhappy with a dismissive "who gives a F" vibe. She fires back in the post, demanding to know who it is, and then there's another alleged text from October 17th, where the sender accuses her of hiding behind fake names to talk smack, urging compassion while throwing shade at her prison past, or something obscured behind a date stamp. It's all blurry, but allegedly it references leaving her alone and crying into pillows, with a warning that it would be sad if she ever turned on them. Gypsy's alleged response in her stories, she's all, "People tell me to move on all the time," and I'm like, how have I not? I don't bother her texting me at 2 a.m. Like, what the F? I've actually been a good girl lately and have not said anything negative about him, so this was uncalled for. Oh, honey, that good girl line, it's giving childish vibes, like she's angling for a pat on the head or a cookie for basic adult behavior.
This man.
People think I'm weird for liking her voice, but it's just unique. That's it. It's just unique. That was it. You know, at a moment, I remember writing it on a notepad, like, am I really falling in love with somebody who did something to their mother?
It's weird that you would like her voice, for one, because she uses it to manipulate, and for two, she makes it childlike. She infantilizes her voice. Oh yeah, it's odd that would be the thing that you're like, oh, it's so cute. And I'm sorry, but asking yourself, am I really falling for someone who did something to their mother? And that same person literally told you that they were going to run through you. They were going to hurt you until you became numb to it and expected it. She even told you, I'm giving up that great love of my life to marry my best friend. That right there should have been a red flag. You should have backed way the fuck off. No, you dove right in and put a ring on it. Ryan, you need therapy, friend. Blame everything on Christy. Christy couldn't have got Gypsy to leave you if she didn't want to leave, honey. I used to be all in these TikTok streets taking up for Ryan until I seen his emails. When I seen them emails, I was done. He asked for every little bit of this that he is getting. Gypsy told him every which way to Sunday she was not in love with him. She even told him she still had feelings for Ken, and he caught her talking to him weeks before he picked her up from prison. I'm just saying, man, this is all my opinion for entertainment purposes, but it ain't all alleged. Gypsy Rose told him all that shit, and he still put a ring on it, honey.
And the timing of these alleged 2 a.m. rants? Suspiciously dramatic, as if someone's allegedly stirring the pot in the dead of night to keep the spotlight hot. She even allegedly adds, "How dare you hide behind fake names to talk about me and us? At least have the decency to speak it to me personally, and not behind fake accounts. Advocate for compassion on IG." What a joke. You are better than that. I always thought so. I still have yet to talk about you. You know my FA number, my real number. Call me if you have something to say. I guess you only call when you need me to tell you how wonderful you are to make you feel better. Only one in your effing life that has not betrayed you in some way, and this is what I get. Then she caps it with, "Can you not?" Random text at 2 a.m., going off on a rant about a random account that isn't even mine. I literally do not care enough to spam your chat. It's all so heated and personal, allegedly exposing this undercurrent of unresolved feelings where neither can fully let go.
Well, it looks like Gypsy told on herself that she is still talking to Ryan. She posted this on her story, making it look like Ryan is so obsessed with her, reaching out to her at 2 o'clock in the morning, asking why she's hiding behind a fake account, talking shit about him. But don't worry, she's a good girl. Sure, I'm a good girl. And she hasn't been reaching out to him. But in the fine print there, you can see clearly that Ryan says that she only calls him when she wants to be hyped up. So if I was Gypsy, I would not have posted this to the world, but, you know, Ryan popped on a live, wanted everybody to know that Gypsy is anything but an anti-bullying advocate.
Somebody sent me something about her saying body shaming. Well, she fucking body shamed me. And she doesn't like it when people body shame her. But it's okay for her to do that to me. Okay.
After Gypsy hears something she doesn't like, she turns it to an anti-bullying campaign.
We all just stop with the bullying, okay?
Makes hour-long videos on anti-bullying, but doesn't practice what she preaches. In fact, she even texted her ex-husband Ryan, who worships her, down to her feet. These nasty, nasty comments, and he said he doesn't even want to disclose what she said, that it's that horrifying.
She body shamed me more than y'all know. Like, I have texts where she fucking ripped me a new one. And all I could say was, okay, Gypsy. That's all I said. Okay, Gypsy. Okay, Gypsy. That's all I could say.
It really blows my mind how much Ryan is so loyal and in love with this girl Gypsy after all she's done to him and said to him. She is absolutely treats him like shit right to his face, and he just takes it and he goes crawling back to her. It's really just fascinating. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that you would fall for Gypsy if she treated you the way she treats Ryan? Let me know.
But wait, it escalates from there. Rumors suggest that right after Ryan's podcast drops, the comments section turns into a battlefield, with an account called AshBlonde6 allegedly popping up and dropping essay-length defenses of Gypsy. This mystery commenter allegedly writes things like, "Ryan, you need to stop blaming Christy for your problems. Gypsy's her own strong person." Strong? It sounds straight out of a scripted apology note, the kind you draft in your phone during a meltdown. Then, minutes later, the same account allegedly hits harder. "Ryan, hate to bust your bubble, but Ken been with Gypsy longer than you, and they share Aurora now." Whoa, that's not fan chatter. That's alleged insider knowledge dripping with possessive energy, like staking a claim in a turf war. The tone, the language, even the timing allegedly matches Gypsy's own story posts, syncing up with those 2 a.m. screenshots. And get this. Rumors point to AshBlonde6 being Gypsy's alleged burner account, a disguise she supposedly used because Ryan knew her main YouTube handle. She allegedly had ash blonde hair at some point, adding to the clues. Why hide? It's like she's allegedly orchestrating her own PR campaign in the shadows, defending herself word for word without owning it outright.
GRB, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, she is crashing out on Ryan Anderson. He was on a podcast the other night and he was on a live and he had some big opinions from what I'm hearing. I'm trying to play catch up. But in her story today, she posts some text messages that she's trying to pass off as coming from Ryan. However, they're clearly from a number that's not, that she doesn't have listed as his in any way, shape, or form. The 1 second one doesn't even sound like him at all. And then there's no dates on them, so it doesn't really prove anything. She did add a black little bar with the date in there, and it just so conveniently covers up a paragraph that I'm getting an inkling she doesn't want us to see. But honestly, really, I don't really think that it's Ryan. Gypsy's been known to create her own drama.
The alleged comments keep coming, insisting Ken is her true love, that Ryan needs to move on and quit pointing fingers at Christy, like this isn't a random fandom squabble, but a calculated low-key publicity stunt. And the synchronicity? This account is allegedly posting at the exact moments Gypsy's uploading her text rants, suggesting the online fighter and the private messenger might be one and the same. Instead of exposing Ryan, these comments allegedly mirror her own patterns. Post impulsively, deny involvement, maybe dirty delete later, then log out of the burner like nothing happened while still ranting in paragraphs. It's all so meta, allegedly turning a simple podcast into a confessional where the punctuation hides deeper confessions. If you read between the lines, it's less about random fans and more about someone allegedly in their feelings, pouring out unresolved drama under a thin veil.
You know, to stay relevant and to get views and attention. She created the whole somebody was coming after her, somebody was coming after her kid, medical, all this stuff. So really, I don't think any of this is coming from Ryan. However, I did notice, y'all, sorry, it's been a day. On the bottom, she goes, and I've been a good girl lately and haven't posted anything negative. Really? You sound like you're 5. You've been a good girl? You want a cookie? Or you trying to get Ken to spank you? Never mind. We already know he doesn't do any of that, at least not with girls. So, GRB, what's going on? Why are you trying to frame Ryan? You've been trying to frame a lot of people. Seriously, you need attention that bad?
Now, flipping the script, rumors have Ryan allegedly admitting on a live stream that those texts Gypsy posted were indeed from him, but with a twist. He claims they were responses to a fake Instagram account harassing him, one using one of Gypsy's old alias profiles. So, allegedly, he's firing back at what he thinks is her trolling him anonymously. This turns the whole thing into a chaotic, loveless triangle where no one's hands are clean. Gypsy allegedly posts with an agenda to paint Ryan as the villain, but ends up highlighting how they're all messy. Her for allegedly stirring drama to stay relevant, him for not letting go, and even throwing Ken into the mix as the reluctant third wheel. It's like a bad rom-com where everyone's scripting their own villain arc. Critically speaking, this alleged back and forth screams immaturity on all sides. Ryan, pushing 40, allegedly married Gypsy fresh out of her situation.
Ryan Anderson is guilty. So apparently Ryan went on a live last night and he admitted that all those texts, well, there was two, that Guilty Rose, Gypsy herself, posted in her story yesterday did in fact come from him. But they were in response to supposedly a fake Instagram using one of Gypsy's old fake profile names. This Instagram account was bothering him. So those text messages were in response. Okay, so this is a messy love triangle and loveless triangle, maybe. I still don't think Gypsy's innocent. I think she posted it with an agenda to make Ryan look bad. And I think all she did in this case was make them all look bad. Ryan, I thought we were friends. I thought that we were buddies. But now you're on here making us all look like liars.
Drawn to someone with a complicated past that includes rumors of scams and family turmoil, only to get burned when she allegedly cheated, took Plan B to avoid kids with him, and bounced to Ken, who, by the way, rumors say was her ex before Ryan and is now back in the picture, sharing parenting duties for Aurora. But Ryan's allegedly still crying over someone who, let's be real, presented like a user from the jump, allegedly talking to multiple guys while locked up, getting money and attention sent her way. Why chase that? It's sad, allegedly preventing his own growth because he's hoping for a reconciliation that keeps the door cracked open. And Gypsy? Rumors paint her as craving that male validation, allegedly juggling attentions like her dad supposedly did with women, needing guys to fight over her to fill some void.
Seriously, like what was the plan there? I want, like, were you just trying to make Gypsy look bad? Were you just trying to start drama? Are you secretly trying to get the girl back? Because I don't think you would have to try hard because Ken doesn't really like her. But anyways, on the flip side, Gypsy, why are you responding to this? Like, I feel like Gypsy just likes the attention. She needs the men to fight over her because you remember the whole Twilight thing? She needs the attention. She needs men to fight over. But is Ken really fighting? I don't think Gypsy realizes if Ken is fighting, he's not fighting for her. He's fighting for Aurora. Seriously, it's a messy love triangle at this point. They're all guilty, but we're all here for it. So keep giving us the cheese, man. We're going to keep talking about it. And you want the attention? Have at it. Because at the end of the day, nobody's making anybody look bad on that side. They're all just proving our points of who they truly are.
Remember those alleged Twilight fantasies where she wants to be the center of a love battle? But is Ken even in the fight for her, or just for the kid? Allegedly, he's over her antics, tired of the social media responses and grapevine whispers about her still contacting Ryan. She's allegedly jealous because her own father never fought that hard for her, so she reels Ryan back in whenever he shows signs of healing, throwing cryptic texts or posts to keep him hooked, since Ken's affection seems purely parental at this point.
I sent the ones where I was mad, but I didn't send that one.
The message that Ryan is saying he did not send is this one up here that says, you look so fucking skinny. You look unhealthy and unhappy, but who gives a F? Can we just look at this little message right here that Gypsy put, again, infantilizing herself? I've actually been a good girl lately. I'm a good girl, Daddy. You know I never hurt my mama. Grown-ass woman in her mid-30s talking about, I'm a good girl. I've been a good girl lately. What is wrong with you? Now, these are the messages that Ryan said he did send. Ryan said he's not embarrassed about these damn messages getting leaked. He said what would be embarrassing is if he leaked the messages that Gypsy had been sending him. So, There is obviously some conversation going back and forth between Ryan and Gypsy for him to be able to say, well, if I release your messages, honey, it's going to be really embarrassing. We have this one. You know my number, my real number. Call me if you have something to say to me. I guess you only call when you need me to tell you how wonderful you are to make you feel better. I didn't know better. I'd say Ryan is still Gypsy's fucking comfort, not Ken. That right there also lets you know she still texts him. She still texts him when she needs somebody to say, oh, you're beautiful, you're doing a great job, screw all them haters. Right here he said Ken left her crying in her pillow in prison, honey. He did too, he really did. And Gypsy was talking to every Tom, Dick, and Harry while she was in damn prison, so I mean, I'm not sure it was affecting her that bad. Also tells Gypsy, I've still never turned on you, and it'll be a sad day if that ever happens. In other words, don't get your hopes up. That man is not releasing them text messages anytime soon. He also says that Gypsy is hiding behind a account called Advocate for Compassion on Instagram to talk shit. I won't lie, I was really surprised that Gypsy released these damn text messages.
In that text message that you released, for what? For what? Because you wanted to show that you are the truth teller on TikTok? Well, that hurt my trust.
She gets so pissed off when people do her the same way she does others. She'll get on this app and play fucking victim and be like, you hurt my trust. The whole time she was cheating on that dude and getting pregnant by another man. Her trust is broke. And that's what matters. Her trust. Gypsy Rose don't know nothing else in this world. She definitely knows how to spin a damn story to make it look like she's the victim and everybody they just hurt her. They're the problem, not her. That's just my opinion for entertainment purposes only, honey. But Gypsy Rose said and did that shit.
This alleged dynamic exposes how Ryan's trying to fool everyone into seeing him as the heartbroken hero, but he's just as tangled in the game as Gypsy. By admitting the texts but framing them as defensive, he's allegedly exposing his own inability to detach, mirroring her alleged tactics of denial and deflection. It's also exhausting. Her creating drama like faking threats or medical scares for views, him spilling on podcasts for sympathy. At nearly 40, dude, it's time to adult up and close the chapter on someone with such a baggage-laden history. And for Gypsy, if rumors hold, she's fiending for love from sources that aren't delivering, using these public spats to feel desired when real connections fall short.
Maybe Ash Blonde 6 is Christy. It's definitely Gypsy or Christy, because Gypsy's narrative has always been that she was in love with Ryan, but then Ken came back and she realized that she didn't know why he originally broke up with her, and so she had to be with him, but she loved Ryan and she didn't mean to break his heart. She has so much empathy for breaking his heart. But let's not forget that Christy literally told Rod on their TV show she only married Ryan so she wouldn't burden you, Rod. They were trying to get Ryan out of the picture because they knew that Rod wouldn't be okay with Ken breaking up a marriage, so they had to scheme and make Rod hate Ryan. But why would she say that? She only married Ryan not to burden you? So we've been saying that she only married Ryan for a place to live, and you guys were saying no. That's why I feel bad for Ryan, because she never gave a fuck about anybody. And this has to be one of them, because they're saying she never had an emotional connection with you. It's always been Ken. Ken has always been her one true love. A random stranger isn't going to say that.
In my speculative take, they never fully stop talking. It's like an emotional yo-yo preventing true healing, with her allegedly needing that backup attention because her current setup lacks the passion she craves. Honestly, this whole alleged fiasco is a mirror for their shared flaws, hiding behind screens, ranting at odd hours, denying obvious patterns. It's entertaining as heck, but critically, it highlights how fame from controversy can trap people in cycles of toxicity. Ryan's allegedly stuck because Gypsy dangles just enough to keep him orbiting, and she's allegedly thriving on the chaos to mask insecurities. No one's winning here. They're all just proving points about their true natures through these public meltdowns.
I sent the ones where I was mad, but I didn't send that one. I'm just telling you, no, I did not send that one. I sent the ones that were from the other day at 2, yeah, but I didn't send the other one. Nope. Well, she's wrong. I've always thought Gypsy was good looking. I've always thought so. Always. I've never said that. No, I didn't. Nope. Because I admit to everything I've done. I didn't send that one. Because she sent that to me. Did you send this to me? And I didn't answer. So. I'm just saying. He asked you why you want a cameo from me. Well, what'd you tell him? I'm just saying I didn't body shame her. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't do that. Like, I've never done that. Because I know how bad it hurts when somebody does that shit. Just saying. Guys, I sent those texts the other night because she wrote me, like, from a fake account on Instagram. Clearly her, clearly things she would say, clearly her. So I said, quit hiding. Like, you know my actual number. Like, if you have something to say it to me. So I got mad and sent her a text. But she wrote me first. So it doesn't matter, though. Like, what does it matter? It doesn't matter. Who cares? You know, like, you know, she only posts what I say, right? Okay. Think about that. No, I agree. It's whatever. I'm not stressing over it. I'm really not. Like, if I did it, I would admit it. But it's whatever. Because I'm reading comments. Like, if I didn't care, I mean, I'm reading comments. And see, now people are like, what'd she say? What'd she say? I'm not going to talk about that girl. I'm not. I have nothing to say to that girl. I don't want nothing to say. There's Pixie. Pixie finally calmed down. And why I bring it up? Because somebody said it in the comments. Like, I'm not defending myself. I'm not defending myself. It's stupid. Yeah, I did have a lot to say because that's when I saw that Instagram message. So, yeah. I did. It pissed me off. But, whatever. It's kind of funny that she gets so mad that she releases texts. I mean, y'all don't talk shit to her about it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't talk shit to her. Okay. I mean, let me see what he wants. So, you can't, she blocks comments, that's funny. Look, guys, I don't want to talk about that girl. I don't care. I don't care. Like, what do you want me to say? I don't care. I'm on the live. Oh, yeah, right. That would never happen.
What do you all think? Is Ryan fooling himself more than anyone else? Do you buy that Gypsy's faithful to Ken, or is she allegedly playing multiple angles? And seriously, are they still secretly chatting? Spill your thoughts below. I read every comment. If this drama had you hooked, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates. Until next time, stay shady, but stay safe out there.